Hi here, Finns here. I am back for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Big Brother UK 2023 as another week has come and gone in the Big Brother house. And yes, but before I talk about this week, what happened last week? Well, last week I made my very first eviction prediction of the series. It was between Farida and Kerry up for eviction, and guess who went? As I predicted right, it was Farida. I think, and I think Farida was happy to go, and I'm glad in a way it was her, considering Kerry was in floods of tears. I'm glad she didn't go out in that state, and you had someone else evicted who wanted to go. Farida, bless her, looked like she went onto the wrong show. It seemed like, oh, I thought I applied for Bake Off. I end up in the Big Brother house. Yeah, Farida, bless her. She was great entertainment, great fun, but it was talking to a brick wall most of the time when she was around. So I just don't think she entered the right show, unfortunately. Yeah, the group of people she was with, like, she was like in the wrong place most of the times. Anyway, anyway, now she's gone. The mood has changed a bit. The mood, the dynamics are gradually changing as one person goes every week. This week we started off with an early week shopping task. They did the shopping task quite early on in this week. Oh, my phone went there. It was all happy, happy campers as they had to stay in the garden, do some tasks, and I tried to stay happy, happy. And the weather was cold because I remember Sunday when they filmed it. Freezing on Sunday, wasn't it, here in the UK? So I would imagine they filmed it at a very cold time of the year, and it's, you know, being October, being autumn, you wouldn't usually do this kind of task on Big Brother because usually it's in the summer, it's nice and warm, but actually doing it in the autumn slash winter time, this is a good time to do these kind of shopping tasks. And they failed because they weren't happy happy. So they got a comment, a comment, accommodate, comic. Why can't I say the word? Economy, economy, oh no, economy shopping basket. And so basically, they failed the shopping task. Then nominations happened, and I wrote it all down in my hand. See, I care to keep notes because this week, unlike the first week, the housemates had to put up two people up for nominations like they usually do on Big Brother. So we were going back to the good old days of putting two people up. Um, so yes, and Zach got the most votes by 5. Henry got the second amount of votes, 4 votes, and then you got a lot of ties for threes. Jordan, Trish, Paul, Kerry, and Matty all got 3 votes, but Big Brother wasn't going to put 6 or 7 people up for eviction. That would have been too many. We're sticking at 2. Other ones, Hallie got 2. Oh, my phone keeps going off. Noki got 2. Olivia only got 2. I was surprised by that, I've got to say. And yes, but in the end, it's the ones that got the most votes. Zach and Henry are up for the eviction. Oh, but before that, we had the first rule break of the series. Olivia and Hallie broke the rules by messaging in secret code on each other's back about who they possibly nominated, whilst other things. And Big Brother punished them by sending them outside in the cold, freezing, wet rain in 2 prisons. And they were pretty pissed off by that. And it kind of deserves them, right, really, to punish them, because you really shouldn't do that in the Big Brother house. You know what the rules are. And if you break the rules, you have to suffer the consequences. Um, and I'm thinking Big Brother will punish them even more harder if they keep doing it. I think this was the first punishment of the series. You can understand, maybe Big Brother's not being too strict at them at the start of the series, but if it keeps going on, Big Brother will push them even harder. So yeah, I've got to say I was surprised that Olivia wasn't up for eviction or Kerry. I mean, I'm in a way quite glad neither of those up because at least we're not losing a big character in that way this week. Um, but yes, um, Zach and Henry are up this week. Bit of a surprise, maybe not the two people you kind of expecting to go up. So let's go through them one by one. Zach got most votes. 5 people nominated Zach up for an eviction this week. I mean, he didn't have a great week this week, Zach. I know he has been saying sorts of things and some people. I know one thing I do agree though he shouldn't have done is take Gnocchi's dairy-free cheese, the last dairy-free cheese that Gnocchi can only have, and he selfishly took it. I agree with that. I thought that was a bit selfish of him. But apart from that, I don't know if we've seen enough of Zach to say he's he hasn't done anything outrageous compared to maybe some other housemates. You know, maybe he's not getting along with everyone. Maybe, he can be a little bit sly here and there, I should say. But overall, I don't think he's done anything too outrageous. I don't think he hasn't been like, you know, yeah. I think it's mainly, I kind of think Kerry, um, Olivia, and Hallie kind of think put him up for nominations. So maybe he's not getting behind those groups of people, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't think he's a bad housemate. I just think maybe some of the things he says can easily wind up people, as we saw a couple of nights ago. Um, but yeah, and Henry is going to be up for a public vote this week as well. Um, I like Henry as well. I like his chemistry with Jordan. I thought they're a great pairing. I think they're great fun to be with. It's a shame if we break them apart. You know, I've also kind of warmed to him. I think the problem he's having, Henry, is he's not doing that much around the house. He is kind of in his dressing gown most of the time. He hasn't get involved with most of the house chores, is what I'm hearing from other housemates. Um, yeah. But I've got to say, I do like his relationship with Jordan and Trish. Both politically are very different people. Trish is more left wing, while Henry's more right wing, and yet they still get along, and I like that. Um, so I don't mind Henry, but I can see people on the outside viewing him as a maybe a posh, you know what. So who knows? Who knows? So I have to predict someone who will be evicted tomorrow night. It's a tough one. Like last week, it's so tough. There's only two up, but neither of them have done that anything outrageous. If it was somebody like Kerry, Olivia, or maybe Hallie up, then I would have got, oh, that's the obvious one going. But there's not really an obvious one. But what I have to think about, like I did last week with Reed and Kerry, is who out of the two, which the public will they find most annoying and don't want to see again? Because you got to remember, it is a vote to evict, it ain't a vote to save. So we are going to lose the most popular character when it's a vote to evict. I'm thinking Zach hasn't done anything to annoy people watching, while Henry, I don't know. I don't think any of them have, neither of them done anything bad, but what I can see, who I can see people would not pick up the phone, but who could vote to evict. I'm going to say Henry. I think it's going to be Henry that's going to be evicted tomorrow, and that's a shame because we're going to lose a good character um, from the house. It will change the dynamics for sure, because I don't know who Jordan's going to speak. He'll still have Trish and Yenran, but yeah, I think maybe a few tears might be shed, like when people found out he was up for nominations. Yenran was in floods of tears, poor girl. But oh God, what's going to happen tomorrow night? But I just don't think Zach's done anything too bad. In fact, I kind of think he's kind of maybe done the right thing talking about Matty about the whole food thing in tonight's episode. Um, so yeah, I think it is going to be Henry. I think people might not go for the posh character. I think people might go against the posh housemates a little bit while they can, if you know what I mean. But it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because both housemates are kind of even. Mm. At least, I mean, if we lose one of these two, at least there's a lot more housemates that I'm kind of happy aren't up for public vote. Because even though Olivia can be a bit annoying, she is quite entertaining. Same with Kerry and kind of Hallie. Those three characters we kind of need in the house at the moment to stir the pot. But no, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one tomorrow night. It's going to be hard to predict. Um, but yeah, there could be floods of tears. It might not just be from Yimran by the end of the eviction. I think, yeah, there could even Jordan might be ending up in tears. We might see a tear or two from him. Who knows? You know, he might not be afraid to show his emotions. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Wait and see. But anyway, who do you want to see evicted out second on Friday night? Comment down below in the comment section below. Like and subscribe this video, and I'll be back for more content very soon. So then, goodbye, people. Goodbye.